the Patz Mixer gives us the ability to put anything in the top, and it mixes it really well. It's quite robust. It doesn't get a lot of love, but it just keeps on going day after day, year after year for us. So, you know, we do a little bit of maintenance on it, but not a lot. It's reliable and it works, and it mixes really well for what we want to use it for. A lot of the fine perfumes in Europe, they use a small amount of sandalwood oil in one of their base products. Also, it goes into soaps and things like that for perfume and for incense, and they use it for incense sticks as well. Some of the lower grade stuff. So yeah, so it's got multiple uses. I believe sandalwood's been growing in WA for obviously a long time, as long as Australia is, I believe. But the indigenous cutters were cutting sandalwood here a few hundred years ago, and in the day it was the biggest export out of WA. I guess the unique things about sandalwood is it's predominantly WA grown. It's not grown anywhere else in Australia. And it actually has a symbiosis relationship with a sister plant, an acacia plant, so it won't grow on its own. It has to have another plant to latch onto to grow with. And that in turn makes it a little bit unique as far as Australian agricultural goes. Yeah, 16 to 17 years as a minimum to get a reasonable sized tree that will produce good quality oil and give a good result. So the time taken, you know, you're holding up land for possibly up to 25 years in that period. So it's a big ask for a farmer to, you know, put aside 1,000 hectares of land to be able to cultivate. It grows in poor soil. So obviously the desert's a good place for the old growth sandalwood. But yeah, which we do have cutters in the desert that are licensed to cut sandalwood for us. In this facility, we're aiming up to 1,000 tonnes a year. We're just about at that now. So yeah, that's sort of roughly where we're at, and we hope to increase from here. Customer inquiries have been quite large over the last 12 months because other companies have shut down as we've kept going. So we have customers that require a certain yield and quality from their product. So we mix different grades together to be able to achieve that consistency that they want through their product. And the feedback we get from them is that the product's mixed very well and it's consistent. So that's what we desire in a mixer, and that's what the Patz Mixer does for us. I need to make sure that no one's going to fall in that mixer or anything else, so the grading's there for safety purposes only. The process involves harvesting, so we have a harvest team out that will harvest the sandalwood. So basically a tree could be topped, so you take the top out of the tree, or it could be pulled out of the ground depending on what they need. So the entire tree is harvested, all but the small branches aren't. But so then it's graded, it's cut up and graded into grades. And then for there it comes in here, and after it's in here we warehouse it, we let it dry. And that depends on the time of year. That can take 3 months, it could take 6 months, depends on the time of year, to get it dry enough to be able to process. And then we shred it and grind it to a small pre-grind. And then, yeah, depending on what customer requirements is, we'll either bag it up from there, or it might go into bins. It could go in a number of ways overseas from there. So, sustainability-wise, they're planting a lot of sandalwood at the moment, so it's an ongoing thing. Every 1 to 2 years, they're planting more plantations, so it's certainly ongoing into the future. Yeah, look, it mixes consistently, it mixes well, it's robust, and it does the job we require of it with no love.